This is We All Be, news-free Dixie for the 21st century. See how it works? Somewhere. Can you dig it?
Greetings, family. This is your brother Ron, with a quick movie review. I want to encourage everybody, especially Black Americans, Black Native Americans, A.L.L s, FBA, whatever you call yourself. If you are a Black person with roots in the South, and like Malcolm said, anything south of Canada is Mississippi, please see the movie Till, which will be coming out, I believe, October 14th, 2022. I was invited to a private screening recently by one of the producers of the Till movie, the one and only, my dear brother Keith Beauchamp. This brother Keith is an amazing man. Last time I saw brother Keith was in his loft, penthouse, whatever, in Brooklyn, New York. He welcomed me with open arms, accepted me as a brother, as a colleague, as a comrade, as a fellow artivist in the righteous struggle to tell our story on our own terms. I want to congratulate brother Keith on manifesting his magnum opus, as they say, in this Till movie. You see, brother Keith, I believe 30 years ago, wanted to do this feature film about Emmett Till, but the time wasn't right or ripe for this story to be told on the big screen for whatever reason. And so the universal God allowed him to form a powerful bond with sister Mamie Till Bradley Mobley. She's been married several times, but the beautiful sister who birthed us, Emmett Till, the face that launched the American Civil Rights Movement. He was close to her for 8 years, got the inside story on the Emmett Till saga from Emmett Till's mom, and I believe her hands was on this project because the sister who played the lead of Mamie Till, Sister Danielle Deadweiler, did her thing, very Oscar worthy. She really moved me by her portrayal of this beautiful soul sister. In her darkest moment, she was able to shine a bright light on the injustice against just us. And Keith, you asked me, I just want to commend you. I want to thank you for treating me as a fellow human being, as a fellow brother, because you invited me at the last minute, mind you, to this private screening at the Malcolm Theater. Shout out to the University of Memphis for sponsoring this event. You said, I invite you, brother, not as a podcaster or a journalist, but as a dear friend. So I just want to thank you for that. That meant a lot to me, that you saw me as a friend, because I definitely see you as a friend to tell our story on our own terms. And like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. It's Oscar worthy. I want to thank the Honorable Whoopi Goldberg, very talented woman, amazing woman, Renaissance woman in her own right. She did a very well and understated job of playing Mamie's mother. And the cast all around, Roger Governor Smith did a admirable job of portraying the dignity and the magnificence that is the one and only Dr. Theodore Roosevelt Mason Howard, known as Dr. T.R.M. Howard of Mound Bayou, the gifted surgeon and wealthy philanthropist of the Black community, is finally getting his due in these Till projects. I want to shout out to them for that. The women of the movement as well. But yes, please go see this movie. Support this movie. The story needs to be amplified. And my only thing about, the Till movies, that what I've seen is very good, but they leave out like U.S. Representative Charles Diggs. Charles Diggs was a very well-known Black national leader. He was a U.S. congressman from Michigan, I believe Detroit, great city of Detroit, and also I believe he ran a funeral home. And he was also down there doing that kangaroo court of a trial for the Roy Bryant and his brother J.W. Malum, which they walked free and they confessed to Look magazine about really killing Emmett Till. And also, I like the fact that the Till movie touched on Emmett Till's father, Louis Till, who was railroaded in military court during World War II. I believe that there should be a movement to exonerate his good name, Louis Till, the father Emmett Till, who lost his life at 23. His son loses his life at 14. You know, when Emmett Till, father, lost his life July 2nd, 1945, he was put to death by the U.S. military, led by Dwight D. Eisenhower, who was the supreme commander of the Allied forces during World War II. When Emmett Till lost his life down south, President Eisenhower was the president of the United States of America. You think about that, you know, it's crazy. But I want to encourage you all, because, like, we got to get beyond, like, you know, this is theater, right? This is, you know, Picasso said that art is a lie to make us realize truth. This movie has a lot of truth in it. And now people, you know, people get, like, the wokeism. You know, the director is Nigerian American. You got some non-FBAs, as y'all call them, or non-ADOS people in the movie. But I think they do honor to the story by participating in the movie and giving it the best that they have. And I think we are grateful for them to be not only actors but griots in telling this very important story in this time in our nation's history. So I just want y'all to look beyond sometimes, like, you know, because, you know, Denzel played Steve Biko, the South African. You know, Denzel is not South African, but he played Steve Biko honorably. Morgan Freeman played Nelson Mandela, right? I go on and on. You know, y'all get the point. You know, Al Pacino played Cubans and Puerto Ricans and all that stuff, and he did a hell of a job. Don't get caught up in the politics of make-believe, but focus on what is real. A black boy named Emmett Louis Till lost his life under BS circumstances in Jim Crow America back in August of '55. And this story deserves to be told as boldly as Mamie Till allowed the world to see what was done to her son. That's the face that launched the American Civil Rights Movement. So thank you, Brother Keith Beauchamp. Thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Thoroughly enjoyed the Q&A. Thank you for being a friend and all that good stuff. And I wish you many, many more success. Because, like Brother Keith, people don't understand that although you was not able to do your feature film those 30 years ago, this is your season because you planted seeds. You helped to reopen the cold case that was the Emmett Louis Till murder case back in the 2000s, right? I remember sitting in a movie theater, in a dark movie theater back in, I want to say the fall of 2005, watching your very powerful Emmett Till, the Untold Story Emmett Till documentary. And I had no idea several years later that I'll be interviewing you on the We All Be podcast. And you was a guest several times, and I met you in 2012 in New York City, and you treated me like family. So I want to thank you for that. And stay encouraged, brother, because it's because of your work that people learned about Lamar Smith and Reverend George Lee when you was doing your documentaries on TV One. And then what you did on the Discovery Network, talking about these civil rights cold cases. You know, giving the platform for the families of the victims and the martyrs to share, to humanize their loved ones, to make sure that they recall by saying their names. Because when you say their names, they can live on beyond the grave. So I want to thank you, bro. And I look forward to your next project. I look forward to having you back on the show. And who knows, we might do some other collaborations as well. But I want to tell you that I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. You stayed true to your calling. You are doing your God work, and we are blessed many times over for it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. In the words of Great Skeleton, we love you madly. And you keep on also producing and pushing, brother, because it's one love. One love. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings. And also, let me add this as well, Dom. The lead who played Mamie, she is FBA from my understanding, A.L.L, Native Black American, you know, all this wokeism stuff going on. She was born in Atlanta, Georgia, did a couple of Tyler Perry things, the Have and Have Nots, you might recall her, but she was doing a thing. My understanding that the scene when she received the casket of Emmett Till at the train station, she improv that whole scene. It caught everybody off guard. So that's why I think this sister should win an Academy Award nomination, if not the Academy Award, because she did a phenomenal job by carrying that movie with how she portrayed, like she was in communion with Mamie Till, the righteous ancestor. And also, Mo's right. I like how these projects, the Women of the Movement, and also the Till Project, they try to show the humanity in Mo's right. That's Emmett's great uncle. Because like many of us thought that, and some of us still do think that he was very cowardly, how he allowed his great nephew to be taken from his home, to be kidnapped and tortured, mutilated, lynched, whatever. But here's this thing that people don't understand. And as I get older, I appreciate. Mo's right was not allowed the chance to do right by Emmett because Emmett nor his cousins told him about the incident at the Bryant store. I'm not blaming Emmett or his cousins. They were young kids, right? I'm not putting body. I want y'all to appreciate how Mo's right was put in a very compromised position when it related to the protection of his great nephew, because that incident, whatever happened at the store, happened August 24th, 55. They didn't come for Emmett until Sunday morning, August 28th, 1955. I think when it happened, I think they happened Wednesday, August 24th, 55 was Wednesday, right? So Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. I think that's it. I could be wrong. Cause I don't got a calendar in front of me, and y'all can call me out. And then when you call me out, I can say, well, it disqualify everything I said. But they had 4 days to tell Mo's right what happened at the store. And trust me, if he had found out that night what had happened or what alleged to have happened at the store, not only would Emmett Till left town, the whole family would have left town. Because y'all don't understand, the whole family could have been in jeopardy, because they had a case back in 1950 in Attala County, Mississippi, where Oprah's born. The Attala County massacre, where 3 white men, 2 brothers and another white man, broke into a black family home and nearly massacred the entire black family. And the patriarch of the family lived long enough to testify in court that those white men did that to his family. He passed on. They had to roll him into court on a gurney or whatever. And he testified. This is before Mo's right pointed J.W. Malum and company out and said, there they be. Whatever he said, and then Ernest Withers took the picture and he got his finger pointing, there they be, right? This is before that happened with Emmett Till. And an all-white male jury found these 3 white men guilty of nearly massacring this black family. 2 of the white men got life in prison. 1 got, I believe, a decade or so in prison. So this is 1950 Mississippi. This happened several years before the Till tragedy. So we got to balance these stories out until, the Till thing happened, miscarriage of justice. Then you have the white folks, they kind of get it right by putting these white men in prison for a while. So that's all I want to say on that, to add on to that. I said it was a short movie review. Trust me, this is a short movie review for me, because I have been known for doing movie reviews longer than the actual movie. So take care, God bless. We love you madly again.